Chris Hughton, do you have similar feelings to what you did after the Chelsea game?
Yes, we probably had decisions to make today. We didn't get off to the best of start, but finished the first half very well, I thought. And we had some real good passages. And then we've conceded a real poor goal at a pivotal time, second half. And that's what happens, I think, sometimes in a performance where you're now getting a lot more of the ball, you're in the ascendancy, that's where you can be hurt. And we've got caught on the first goal from our ball actually higher up the park, and then we've got caught on the second one. But we've worked hard to get back in the game, and at 2-1 we had some really good periods of the game at 2-1. You then have to make a decision. You know, if you want to get back on even terms, it means you've got to score another goal. We changed a little bit of the shape just to try to endeavour to do that, try and get the balls in the space and get the ball higher up. But with the quality they've got, you know, they can hurt you, and of course they did do.
You know that people often call for more attacking football from Norwich, but did today show that it's a really difficult balance, because the first two goals were counter-attacks. Yeah. The second two Arsenal goals arrived after you'd taken off Teti and put on Wes Houlihan in a bid to get an equaliser.
And that's the balance. And I always have to take, and always will take, full responsibility. And what you can do is you can try and pack midfield and hope that you're going to get a few bits, you know, later in the game. But of course, you know, there's always the opportunity for them possibly to get another goal. And at that stage, we decided to change the shape a little bit, which we felt was certainly on the balance of play. You know, I think if we were, you know, pinned in our own half, then you know, it's a little bit different. But I think the fact that we were having some real good attacking moments. It was just to endeavour for us to get higher up the pitch and maybe get Wes on the ball, you know, in between the holes, and of course with that comes a little bit of risk. But you still, you know, have to have great quality against you that can open you up, and they do have.
They do, but do you feel you could have defended better? Do you feel you could have stopped any of the goals?
Yes, I think you're always going to look at the goals and can you defend better? Of course, it's difficult because of the quality that they've got. You know, if I look at the first goal, you know, there aren't many teams that can score that type of goal. It's a little bit fortunate. I think Alex gets one of the touches, so I think there was a little bit of fortune in there, but there aren't many teams that can score that type of goal. They caught us on the counter attack on the second goal. Ramsey's goal, of course, is you know, great quality from him, but we've got opportunities to clear it, and we have to defend better against, you know, that type of goal. The last one, I think, obviously was a cross. We felt that you can do better on the cross. So I think you'll always look at goals. Can you work the goals? Can you defend them better? Always. But probably what was more disappointing was a 2-1 when I felt that we could have an opportunity here. We didn't.
Do whoever you're playing against, do defeats hurt more when you are in the bottom three, as you are at the moment?
They hurt at any stage, and none of us are good losers. What we have to make sure, we have to look at the game again, analyse the game again, and pick the positives out of it, and of course trying to alleviate the negatives. But it's never a good time when you lose a game. However you lose it, whether it be at home to Chelsea or whether away to Arsenal, it always makes it a very, very difficult weekend, not only for us but of course the club and the supporters, and we're always very, very conscious of that.
No Ricky van Wolfswinkel today. An injury presumably. How bad is it?
We're hoping it's not too bad. It's something that he was carrying last week. The last game. He's rested it for a period of time. We were hoping that he was going to be sort of quite close today. It wasn't the case. We need now to make sure that we get him fit for next week.
Next week, I mean, your next away game is at Manchester City in the league. Before that, you've got Cardiff at home, and I know you'll say that they're all difficult games, but from what you said about supporters, another defeat, it hits them hard. That game next Saturday, it looks huge from here, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it is. I think because we're on the back of two defeats, then the next one becomes a bigger game, and it's a home game, and we're going to have to make sure and pull all of the positives out of the last two games. And I think anybody seeing us will see that there are positives. The major disappointment for us, for the club, and certainly for myself, is that we haven't got anything out of them two games, and we'll need to make sure we do next week.